Know which meals are best. Here is a list of different meat choices and information so you can have more knowledge before you make your next meal. Meat choice. Bacon contains about 16 grams of fat per 100 grams. It is also very high in salt and usually contains nitrates, which once in the stomach may form substances linked to cancer. Smoked foods have also been implicated in having cancer-inducing potential. Use bacon in small quantities and eat only occasionally. Beef contains about 5 grams of fat per 100 grams. About half this fat content is monounsaturated fat, similar to the fat found in heart-healthy olive oil. If you buy minced ground beef, make sure it doesn't contain too much fat. The meat facts on beef show that it's fine to include from time to time in a healthy diet. Chicken. Skinless chicken contains about 3 grams of fat per 100 grams. If you're worried about calories, remove the skin, where most of the fat is found. Chicken is a good source of nutrients. Choose organic whenever you can, both to avoid supporting the battery farming industry and because the flavor is much better. Duck contains 11 grams of fat per 100 grams of meat. Duck contains a lot more saturated fat than either chicken or turkey. It is a good source of iron and zinc. Eat only occasionally and use in recipes where the skin is removed, such as stir-fries. Ham contains about 3 grams fat per 100 grams. Also high in salt, the meat facts on ham don't make a very pleasant reading. Packaged ham is often made from cuts of pork which have been ground, reconstituted with water, starched to bind them, and pressed and shaped into ham. This kind of ham may be high in fat and additives. Buy lean ham from a butcher or delicatessen, cut from a joint. Eat only in moderation. Lamb contains around 8 grams of fat per 100 grams. Lamb is quite fatty, particularly cuts like shoulder, but as research continues, it is unclear just how harmful saturated fat is to the body. Lamb is not often reared intensively, and, in moderation, it is a good addition to a healthy diet. Offal. Liver and kidneys are lower in fat than meat and are nutritious foods. This is a definite case for buying organic because the function of both the liver and kidneys is to detoxify the animal's body, so they may contain harmful substances if the animal has been intensively reared. Pregnant women are often advised to avoid liver because of the high vitamin A content, which could be harmful to the fetus. Pork contains about 4 grams of fat per 100 grams. The vast majority of pigs are intensively farmed, so, apart from the miserable lives these animals have had, there's a risk that their meat will contain chemicals such as antibiotics used in factory farming. Look for organic or freedom meats. These pigs are reared out of doors in communities and have freedom to roam. Sausages contained around 25 grams of fat per 100 grams. Mass-produced sausages are not only high in fat, they can also contain fillers, additives, lots of salt, and mechanically retrieved meat. Buy sausages from a farmer's market or a reputable butcher who should be using better quality ingredients. Eat only occasionally. Turkey contains around 1 gram of fat per 100 grams. Star of the meat facts list, turkey is one of the superfoods and an excellent lean source of protein. It is also rich in B vitamins and zinc. Buy organic. Venison contains around 2.5 grams of fat per 100 grams. Some venison is wild and some is farmed, but even when farmed, deer are seldom raised intensively. Excellent, healthy choice for those who like a robust flavored meat. If you eat red meat, select leaner cuts, like sirloin steak or filet mignon instead of most steaks, or pot roast instead of hamburgers or meatloaf. No matter what meal you're planning, strike a caloric balance of lean protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates. Together, these macronutrients stabilize your blood sugar, leaving you less likely to feel famished and desperate for that bag of chips. Your portion should be judged by the size of your fist, because the size of your fist is identical to the size of your stomach. Therefore, if you eat more, your stomach has to stretch to consume what you are feeding it. Vegetables and fruits, however, can generally be consumed in large quantities because of their nutritious value. The U.S. National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey shows that sugar intake makes up 25% of total calories, and fat intake approaches 34%, which means that foods that have poor nutritional value make up over half the daily calories.